Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Beautiful moms, beautiful souls, thank you so much for being here. In our homes, when we often think that the magic is in saying the right things, right? Teaching, correcting, explaining again and again and again to our kids, okay? But what if the real magic isn't saying nothing at all? So, silence is not weakness. This is what we're talking about today. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, if one of you becomes angry, let him remain silent. Okay? So in Islam, silence is anger. Silence in anger is act of worship. It's you choosing Allah's pleasure over your ego satisfaction. So this is really, really powerful, right? So that intention transforms an ordinary parenting moment into a moment of ibadat. Okay? So think of it like this. Words can be walls or bridges. In heated moments, silence removes those bricks from your hands so you don't build a wall that you regret. Okay? You don't build a wall that you'll regret. Let's talk about this, ladies. If you're new here, my name is Tasneem. I'm a parenting coach for moms who are tired over the stress and the overwhelm, and they're trying to find that peace and calm in their relationships again. And so parenting doesn't have to be a scream fest. Okay? So let's talk about the leadership pause. Okay? That moment where you choose to listen deeply instead of rushing to fill the air. Okay? Rushing to solve the problems. It's like training ground for self-respect. Okay? And silence is like a power move and a way to guard your energy and let your results speak louder than your words. Okay? So let's talk about the never ending arguments. You know those days when your toddler, she or he refuses to eat, okay? Or your teenager's sarcasm is over the moon, okay? So we jump in, we try to defend ourselves, explain ourselves, argue, try to get them to see our point of view. And what happens is that heat, that argument, those words escalate. Okay, he's screaming, you're screaming, and the debate just goes on and on and on. Right. So when our emotions run high, silence is our best tool. It's difficult. I can promise you that. It's not about winning the moment, but it's about protecting the relationship. So when our mouths open to speak, to defend, it kind of weakens that bond. Okay? Because we might say a hurtful word in that moment. So when we don't argue back, we're showing our kids, okay, my mom is here with me. She listens to me. She's calm. And this calm is not up for negotiation. All right. So silence is the emotional pause button. It's not weakness. Okay. I want you to understand that by staying quiet in those moments, you feel like, oh, I should have answered back or I should have, said something in return. It's actually a really powerful strategy. So it's like you hitting that pause button before you say something that you'll regret, right? So that teaches us that stillness is where your wisest self speaks. Okay? In that pause, you're not just avoiding a fight, you're building self respect for yourself. Okay? So here's a little deeper truth: the pause is not an empty space, it's active strength. It's the moment you reclaim control from your own emotions. where your heart whispers louder than your tongue, right? So it is that changing of the state. Because the second you shift from reaction to intention, you've already altered the outcome. And in our deen, in Islam, that choice to hold back, to be silent in anger, is recorded as an act of worship, right? That is ibadat. It's telling yourself, I am not my frustration. I am my values. And these are my values: self respect, self discipline. And that's why the pause feels so empowering, right? So you walk away not just with your dignity intact, but with the quiet satisfaction that you led with wisdom and not your ego. Over time, this patience, this pause, those moments stack up, building a really, really powerful version of yourself. And your home environment also changes. And your children will forever feel safe in that environment. Okay? Patience without preaching. So, this is what it teaches, right? Kids learn more from what we model than what we say, always. So, when they see us not reacting instantly, they learn patience without having to give them a lecture about patience. So, and Tony Robbins calls this the state control. So, mastering your state, emotional state, so you respond with intention, not impulse. Okay? You're showing your kids that patience isn't just waiting, it's listening, it's observing, and responding with wisdom. Okay? Um, and because every time you choose composure over chaos, you're quietly programming your child's nervous system too. So that's how this becomes so powerful. So, neuroscience tells us that children's brains are still wiring the pathways for emotional regulation, right? So, um, when they see us take that breath, take that break, hold our tongue, and lean into stillness, their mirror neurons fire together, okay? And they see, okay, this is how we're supposed to model. And they're literally rehearsing that self control in their own minds too, okay? So over years, that repeated observation becomes part of their default response under stress as well, right? So it's why scholars say character is caught more than it is taught, okay? That's how it's modeled. You were modeling. You're restrained. In those small, heated moments, plants really, really powerful seeds of wisdom. They'll draw on their own relationships and, inshallah, in their own parenting someday as well. Okay? So, in essence, your silence today is shaping the patience and emotional strength of generations after you. Okay, so we're doing really, really powerful, intentional work here, ladies. So, if we can master this and practice learning to stay silent in those heated moments, we are set up for generations to come. Silence lets you listen intently. So, in silence, you hear more than the words, okay? Your child comes home from school, he's frustrated, he's angry, and you're ready to give the advice. But when you stay silent, you notice the body language. You notice the hesitation. You notice the things that they are not saying. Okay? So great leaders listen until the other person actually feels heard. Okay? Not just until they stop talking and you're ready to jump in and give your advice. True listening isn't just waiting to talk. It's about holding space until the other person actually feels that they have been heard, they are understood. And that means letting them empty the bucket. okay, without rushing in. So their guard drops, right? And and trust between the both of you really, really grows. So emotions are safe to express and connection matters more than just quick fixes. Okay. And these kind of lessons will carry on for life. When your child comes up to you and says, "Oh, you don't understand, mom," it's because you're jumping in and trying to give the advice when you're not allowing them to speak and empty their mind, empty their heart and soul. Okay. It's so powerful when we stay silent and we allow for them to speak to us. They will feel understood. They will feel that connection with us immediately. Okay. So try this and let me know how it goes. Silence helps you let go of the need to fix everything. Okay, so we as moms, we are wired to solve their problems, to jump in and fix everything for them. But sometimes our kids don't want a solution, right? They just want to be seen, they just want to be heard and understood. So the solitude and stillness creates space for clarity. So, as a mom, that space lets your child's voice rise without being drowned out by your own voice. Okay, your own opinions, your advice. Let them think about it. When they hear their own words repeated to themselves, when they hear their own voice, it allows for them to be silent, to hear what's going on inside. So it is really a reminder about slowing down. Okay. In this really fast paced, busy world of ours, choosing quiet moments is kind of hard. Okay. But it is super powerful. When you pause and you don't rush to fill the silence, you give your child space to think, okay, to deal with their own emotions, to speak and figure out things on their own. Okay. And that's something really, really crucial for them to understand at a young age. That's how they learn and they trust their own voice. Over time, those little pockets of stillness help them grow confidence, patience, and the courage to share what's really in their hearts. Okay. In our deen, in Islam, silence is tied to wisdom, right? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam didn't rush to speak. He listened, he chose words that landed in hearts. Okay? And that is what we want to learn today. And that's what we want to take away today, inshallah. So maybe the reminder you needed today wasn't about doing more, fixing more, giving advice more, saying the right things, but about saying less. Silence is not you giving up, okay? Not giving the advice. Silence is you standing taller. Silence is you trusting that you don't have to win the fight because you are protecting the connection, okay? So, gold doesn't make noise when it shines, right? And neither do you. Okay, you are super powerful as a mom. Try this and let me know how it goes. Inshallah, I will be back with another 30 days or another 10 days, 15 days reset. Till then, hold on to your seats, buckle up your seatbelts, and practice these things that we've talked about in the 30 days. I've been super honored to be here with you guys. Let me know in the comments what has served you. And if you have any questions, do connect with me on Instagram at ThisneemKSafi. And if you want to go deeper into building that kind of steady, grounded presence in your parenting every day, I want you to invite you to check out my Master Your Calm bundle that is designed exactly for this, okay? For practical tools, a powerful a powerful workshop to help you pause with purpose, respond with clarity, and model the kind of emotional strength your children will carry on for generations. Thank you for being here. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.